Hi, I'm Fraser from ruggedguide.com, and I want to show you one of the products that we've been developing over the past few months. It's called our Winch and Wade blanket. The Winch and Wade blanket has two features, obviously by its name. One is a winch blanket and one is a wading blanket. The idea is that you can fix the attachment for the wading blanket onto your vehicle, and this can be removed at any time for as long as you want, or left on the vehicle if you're constantly wading through rivers and streams or using the winch. So the Winch and Wade blanket comes in two parts. You've got the mounting strip and you've got the blanket itself. Now, fitting the mounting strip onto the vehicle is very simple. On the Defender, you've got a slam plate here with 4 screw positions, and we use these just to mount the tabs on top. There's your strip in place. As you can see, it doesn't restrict the airflow because you're not covering up any of the slots. That's the first entry point for air, and you're not covering it. So now we're ready to place our Winch and Wade blanket onto the mounting strip. Simply position it, push it on, and it's there. So the idea is, if we're going to be wading, we want to drop this quickly. Rather than hassle and fiddle about with straps, all we need to do is just simply separate the flap, and the blanket just simply rolls out and tucks behind your winch. And the idea is that when you're going through the water, the pressure of the water, as soon as you enter the stream or the river crossing or the ford, it's going to push this against your grill. If you've got a winch, there's no need to actually strap it onto the grill because this will keep it in place. But if you don't have a winch, you've got two other options. There's a Velcro strip at the bottom here, and all you have to do is attach an adhesive Velcro, the opposite part, onto your front grill. And what you can do is when you drop it down, you can simply Velcro it in position and it will stay there. The other option you can have is if you've got 2 bungees, you can attach a bungee cord to there and drag it across, and there, and drag it across and attach it onto the bumper. So once you've finished wading and you're ready to put the blanket away, you simply flap it onto the bonnet, roll it as tightly as possible, and we've put some webbing at the top here to make it easier for you to roll up. Adds a bit of weight as well when it's wet to keep the blanket hanging down over the grill. So you simply roll it up like this, and it's Velcroed in position. A winch cable, when it's out, is very dangerous. You don't want people crossing under it, crossing over it, just running into it. So you want to have a visual aid on there that's going to give people an indication that you're winching your lines out. Not only that, but a winch sail will protect you when the cable, should it break and fail, it'll recoil with such force it'll take out your grill. With the Winch and Wade blanket on there, that's going to give you some assistance as drag, and it's going to stop the recoil. It's going to get caught up in the blanket. It's a nice heavy solid bit of kit this, and it will save you or your vehicle should the worst happen. So the winch line's out. I want to get it on there quickly, so I just pull it off the vehicle and I open it. I drop it over the cable itself, Velcro up at the bottom. It's got 2 opposing Velcro strips at the bottom, and there you've got the visual aid of the winch blanket on there to stop people crossing through and seeing what you're doing. So here at the Rugged Guide, we're always going on about products that need to have at least 2 purposes. And the Winch and Wade blanket is a great example of that because we've designed it for 2 very specific purposes, but actually it's got 3 or 4 more purposes that are a real asset. Let me just show you a couple of them. If you're working on sand, in the desert, if you're working in mud, you've got a good area there for all your tools, all your screws, all your nuts and bolts, half your engine that's going to come off your Defender. Basically, you've got an area where you can chuck them down, and it's quite a nice thing to have. The good thing is you haven't got to take more kit with you. You haven't got to take something to lay under the vehicle, you know, when you want to work on it. This can be used if it's really mucky. I know it's not huge. You want to put it under your vehicle. You want to lay down on there. If it's really wet, it's going to give you some protection. The other nice thing is if you actually put it under the vehicle itself overnight, when you've been out all day on an expedition, you can see in the morning, you can check for oil leaks, because it's going to be very easy to notice the oil leaks on this bit of vinyl. And as I say, it's very easy to clean. This is all industrial material that we've used. They're all made in the UK, so there's no problem with any of the harsh environments it's going to be subjected to. Another good use for the blanket, if you take it off and you're working in your engine bay like most of us are in our Defenders, you can just lay it on the wing top, and you've got an area there which is going to help you protect your wing top from working on the engine. You can just lay tools and things on it. So I'm very quickly going to give you another demonstration of how easy it is to put on the vehicle. When you get the kit, you'll get this blanket and the mounting strip. Now this blanket here has got two soft Velcro strips, parallel ones, that you want to fold in the middle of. And then this short strip on this side is what you put against the grille, and you attach this Velcro strip onto the mounting strip. So quite simply, you mount it on like that. And that's actually how the blanket would sit when you're wading. You just tuck it in behind and you're ready to go. Now, if when you've finished wading, you then want to just whip it out the way, you simply flick it up out the way, you roll it as tight as you can. The tighter and neater you do this, the better it'll look on your vehicle and the better it will stay on there. So you do it nice and tight, you fold that up very nicely. If you do it really well, it'll actually tuck under your bonnet.